Suspects are believed to be involved in the murder of two people, Derek Ruff and Joshua Jackson. The Athens men were found shot to death inside a storage unit in Lawrenceville.
Damn, in a storage unit?
Prosecutors believe they were killed because the gang thought they were cooperating with law enforcement.
Shot and killed inside of a storage unit on December 19, 2018.
To March?
Their bodies were concealed in the storage unit until March 17, 2019, when police, with the assistance of cadaver sniffing dogs, located them. Leslie and Robert talked about cleaning up the bodies after the murders on the phone while police were wiretapping their calls.
These exotic boys, smoke exotic ops. You ain't heard about murder boys, we got exotic Glocks. Tight to pull up real fast, with a lot of shots. Bitch, I'm feeling just like Mac, I got a lot of guap.
Mula gang, what y'all on? It's your boy Mac Mula, aka Mr. Mula Mac, and I'm back with another video. Y'all know how we rockin', man. Cloud stocking. Keep the cushion in my pocket. Got the thunky on me right now. Skate. Man, make sure y'all smash that thumbs up button, that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Follow your boy on Instagram if you're not already. The rest of my channels are in the description. I promise if you go down there, my daily life vlogs on Bro Grade, luxury vlogging. Okay. Mula membership showing you how to go from broke to rich. My main reaction channel with videos just like this, but 10 times crazier. You feel what I'm saying? I also have a gaming channel. I'm playing 2K. I'm playing Call of Duty. I'm playing GTA. All my channels in the description. Make sure y'all check them all out. Skate.
4 Metro Atlanta gang members indicted on charges of murder and racketeering are now under arrest. Prosecutors in Bibb County accuse these men of being members of the Gangster Disciples. The suspects are believed to be involved in the murder of two people, Derek Ruff and Joshua Jackson. The Athens men were found shot to death inside a storage unit in Lawrenceville.
Damn, in a storage unit?
Prosecutors believe they were killed because the gang thought they were cooperating with law enforcement.
The street life is treacherous. Not only do you have to watch out for your enemies and the police, well, based on this video, you also have to watch out for your own crew. In this video, we'll be breaking down a crazy story of 3 gangster disciples committing a murder, then gunning down 2 of their own people in order to prevent them from snitching. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Well, maybe if you didn't talk so much, they wouldn't even knew you caught the body in the first place, and they couldn't snitch, right? I'm just saying.
Due to the rise of drill music in Chicago, the Gangster Disciples have a big reputation in the mainstream media. The Gangster Disciples, or GDs for short, have been around for decades. The GDs were formed on the south side of Chicago in the late 1960s by 2 men named Larry Hoover and David Barksdale. Even though the GDs originated in Chicago, similar to the Bloods and Crips, they would begin to expand to other cities and states. They traveled to places like New York, where they would commonly wear black flags, and they would migrate down to Georgia as well. With that, we get to today's story. On August 17, 2023, a federal jury in Macon, Georgia, convicted 3 members of the Gangster Disciples in connection with the murder of 3 people, as well as various other offenses including drug trafficking, obstruction of justice, and firearm charges. According to court documents and evidence presented at trial, Philmon Chambers, Andrea Browner, and Leslie Green were responsible for 3 gang-related murders triggered by the murder of a Gangster Disciple member.
Hold on, y'all, before we get back into the video, because we finna get right back into it, I gotta tell y'all about the Mula membership. The Mula membership is a website that I started a few years ago. Since I started this website, I have been able to put on so many of y'all, and I want you to be the next person to get put on. I'm gonna give you instructional videos, step-by-step instructions. I'm literally giving you lessons out weekly, daily, for you to understand these different categories. We talking about business, financial literacy, credit, crypto, we talking about stocks, we talking about Amazon, we talking about drop shipping, we talking about YouTube. I'm literally giving you the gems to be a boss, the gems to be a successful entrepreneur in 2023. So this is all you have to do. Click the link in the description, sign up right now for the low price of $50 a month, bro. $50 a month. You're gonna get access to a one-on-one help with me. You're gonna get access to my group chats where my experts worldwide work around the clock, 24/7, to make sure you have the best stock and crypto call-outs. That means all you gotta do is buy the same stocks and cryptos that I'm buying and make some of all this bread. Very simple, very easy. On Bro Grade, stop waiting, Stop procrastinating. Click the first link in the description right now, especially if you want to be a boss. And if you dead serious, man, if you want to put that work in and get that money on, I'm talking about that easy money on, click that link in the description, shorty, right now, because we only got 2,000 spots, and I would hate to see you be missed out. Skate.
Philmon was the leader of a subset of his branch of the GDs called the Enforcement Team. The Enforcement Team was responsible for carrying out all of the violent acts for the gang.
That's what that mean, bro. He said he the Enforcement Team. Get your chest bumping army soldier looking at. Folks say he on the Enforcement Team. He say it's when it's stepping time, I'm coming to step. The biggest boots, nigga. Bro, stop playing with him.
Andrea was the leader of a female subset of the GDs called the Sisters of Struggle.
Sisters of Struggle coming to step 2. They bogus as hell.
This whole story starts with the death of a Gangster Disciple member named Walter Brown.
So somebody
on December 10th, 2018, Walter was shot multiple times with different guns during a drug-related dispute at the Oak Hill Apartments. The police received a 911 call at 8:40 p.m. about someone being shot at the apartment complex between 4th Street and Old Hull Road. The first officer to arrive on the scene found Walter on the ground, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. The officer rendered first aid until a national EMS ambulance crew arrived to transport Walter to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 31 years old. After an investigation by detectives, authorities arrested 3 men named Ralph Bess, Maurice Lawrence, and Devontae Brown. All 3 were subsequently indicted for malice and felony murder.
Them the niggas. Okay, so these the niggas that supposed to have caught the body on the GD. Okay, that makes
3
sense.
days before they were to go on trial, all 3 defendants agreed to plea bargains with the district attorney's office, so the murder charges that they were facing were dismissed. Ultimately, Brown pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime and was sentenced to 17 years in prison and 3 years on probation. Lawrence pled guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Bro. They gave that nigga Wallow 20 years and he didn't even pull the trigger. He just robbed some motherfucker. Somebody passed away, bro, and they dropped the murder charges and gave that nigga 17 years.
And possession of a firearm by a convicted felon and was sentenced to 5 years in prison and 20 years of probation. Bess pled guilty to aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime and was sentenced to 3 years in confinement to be suspended after successful completion of 6 to 9 months in a detention center, to be suspended after during the commission of a crime and was sentenced to 3 years in confinement to be suspended after successful completion of 6 to 9 months in a detention center, followed by 10 years of probation.
6 to 9 months in a detention center if somebody passed away. It's like they like, yeah, go ahead, get out the streets. We ain't got no evidence. I know you did it. Go in jail real quick. Go outside and get and get, man. Right.
Just 4 days after the death of Walter Brown, the GDs would get their retaliation. A man named Rodriguez Rucker had been communicating with Andrea, and she was allegedly a prostitute. Andrea and Rodriguez agreed to meet on December 14th, 2018 at Days Inn. Andrea told him in a text message that it would be $80 for a quick visit. She instructed Rodriguez to go to the North Finley Street Motel, and she would tell him what room she was in when he arrived.
See what I'm saying?
During the meetup, Andrea learned that
about right here. Get y'all niggas a girlfriend, and you avoid stupid shit like that. You avoid them problems, gang. It's better to just avoid it. All niggas talk about, I need all the hoes, all that shit. So one of these hoes gonna set you up and get whacked, man. Gonna get whacked, gonna get robbed. She just gonna take your money. Man, that's stupid. Telling y'all.
Rodriguez was related to one of the individuals she believed killed Walter Brown. Andrea then texted Philmon and he came to the motel. Rodriguez was driven home in a Lyft and Philmon followed him in a black pickup truck. Once there, Philmon shot and killed Rodriguez. Witnesses would later tell detectives that they saw the driver of a black pickup truck shoot Rodriguez. When reviewing video from downtown surveillance cameras, investigators noticed that the same pickup truck had followed the Lyft vehicle that was driving Rodriguez from Days Inn towards his home in East Athens. The truck was also videoed by surveillance cameras in the vicinity of the shooting. Detectives subsequently determined that Filmon owned a black Chevrolet pickup truck and were able to confirm that it was the one driven by the shooter.
Right.
Following the murder, Andrea and Filmon fled from Georgia to Texas. The police tracked their movement via their phone signals, and they were able to arrest Andrea the very next day.
So you caught a body, and you went on a run to Texas, and you kept your phone, and you caught the body with your car while you fought. Some people just don't. Okay, the streets is for smart people that got like real, like super smart, like high IQ. That's what the streets is for. Not for
Texas on December 15th of 2018. Filmon was able to elude police and stay on the run. While on the run, he would become paranoid and would turn on members of his own crew out of fear that they would give him up to police.
So you just.
After Andrea's arrest, Filmon began to believe that people around him were cooperating with the police. He would focus his suspicions on two of his fellow gangster disciples named Derek Ruff and Joshua Jackson. Filmon concluded that Derek and Joshua were snitches and directed a member of the enforcement team named Leslie Green to kill both of them. Leslie would carry out his task with the assistance of two men named Robert Carlisle and Shabazz Guidry. Text messages and intercepted phone calls between Filmon, Leslie, Robert, and Shabazz revealed that Derek and Joshua were lured by Leslie to drive from Athens to Lawrenceville to break into storage sheds and steal items to send to Filmon as aid and resistance as he was hiding out from law enforcement in a gangster disciple safe house in Keelan, Texas. The ruse worked as Derek and Joshua were able to be successfully lured. The two were shot and killed inside of a storage unit on December 19, 2018. Their bodies were concealed in the storage unit until March 17, 2019, when shot and killed inside of a storage unit on December 19, 2018. Their bodies were concealed in the storage unit until March 17, 2019, when police, with the assistance of cadaver sniffing dogs, located them. According to court warrant,
how the did bodies last in the storage unit for 4 months, 3 months, from December to March? Y'all niggas tripping.
Leslie and Robert talked about cleaning up the bodies after the murders on the phone while police were wiretapping their calls. Police said Leslie spoke with several people about the incident and was trying to figure out how officers were able to identify him and his vehicle. Police said Robert also talked about the murders on the phone and talked about how to get rid of the bodies. He called the bodies spoiled milk, and he said he needed to contact the janitor to clean it up. Additional messages between them show that they can.
So smart. I'm gonna call it spoiled milk. I'm gonna call it spoiled milk. Why would you like what? Y'all niggas ain't never watched Power. Hey, we need to meet up. All right, meet me at the bridge. All right. What the fuck?
Conspired to dispose of the victims' bodies, which included potentially burning the bodies or dumping the bodies in a landfill.
And y'all decided to.
Law enforcement recovered the bodies and made arrests before these plans could be carried out. Ultimately, Filmon, Andrea, Robert, Leslie, and Shabazz would be hit with RICO charges. Filmon, Andrea, and Leslie were found guilty on their charges and are facing life in prison. Robert and Shabazz pled guilty to their charges, but they are still facing life in prison. Man, this story just shows you that there's no love or trust in the streets. Let me know what you guys think about this situation in the comment section, and please be sure to like and subscribe.
Man, y'all better get y'all goof ass. I be telling y'all niggas about the streets, man. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb, bro. They got, what are you gonna do? You gonna not get seen on camera? Nobody's gonna snitch on you, and you think the police ain't gonna find you? It's not gonna happen, bro. They got technology that can see who you are through a mask, through a ski mask. It's over. Stop it. Just stop. It's not going to work. You're just like, what the fuck? You're just going to go to jail, bro. It's easier in 2023, I swear to God, on everything I love. It's easier to start a business or a YouTube channel or Instagram or something and make decent money than it is to be in the streets, bro. It's over with. What are you going to do? You're not catching no bodies. You're not doing this shit without getting caught. What the fuck's wrong with y'all, bro?